Hello everyone, the lighting collector here, and this evening I present something you hardly ever see anymore. This is a baseball field lit with 1000-watt Mercury Vapor and metal halide. The greener lamps are deluxe white and in some cases actually /C 1000-watt lamps. And these are WideLite F-1000 floodlight fixtures. And there's quite a few, and the other ones around are metal halide, but these ones are a mixture of mercury and metal halide. And it is just absolutely insane to see this in 2025, because you just don't anymore, especially in a city with a population as big as here. I'm very shocked, honestly, that these are still here. So it looks to me like this one here is a /C lamp or an aged deluxe white, and that one is a deluxe white up there. And the other two, or the other one is metal halide, and then one is out. Then on this pole, it looks to be 2 DX lamps and 2 metal halide. This has a couple of DX or /C, and then the rest are metal halide. Same for this one. That one is a little bit of /C and DX, actually just /C and metal halide, I think. And this one is a mixer of /C and DX and metal halide. Sorry that I'm not with my camera. I happened to see these when I was going home from my grandparents. And I never really catch these on when there isn't a game, and I don't feel like it's appropriate to film a video while people are playing a baseball game, and it's not, I'm not related to anybody. That's just not good. So, since it's empty and the lights are on, I figured it was worth a stop. So I am filming on the old iPhone, which is iPhone 12, but it's still not great quality. I'll try to include some pictures I took to where I got the outline of the DX lamps, but it is honestly hard to tell on this camera, aside from the green, which could be aged metal halide, but they are mercury. I have close-up zoom pictures of all these that show it. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Look at that. That right there is really uncommon. There you go. That shows the lamps. Finally, I got one that actually worked. But yeah, it's really interesting to see this in 2025. So I thought it was worth a stop for pictures and video, because again, you just don't see this anymore. And these are Texas-made WideLites, of course, which is neat. These would have been made in Houston or San Marcos, one of the two. So yeah, ooh, there we go, that's a good one. Let's show the Mercs there. I'm taking pictures using the film software, the filming, because for whatever reason the frame rate for the camera function is not as good as the video. And so with the video, you can actually get the outlines of the bulbs here easier, get it to focus on those, while it refused profusely on the camera part of it, I mean. So yeah, like even that right there, you can tell what's mercury and what isn't, and it's fairly decent mix. There's a little bit more metal halide, but in fact that tower is entirely metal halide, but it's not bad. This is a lot more Mercs than you normally would see in use, and I think that's really cool. So I'll just walk around here, kind of show you a bit more, and then I'm gonna leave because I've got to be home for work, or go home to be in work in the morning. And over here is just metal halide stuff, your standard variety. I don't know who makes these sports floods, but they're cool but not as interesting. I do wonder why the hell there's an LED fixture there, or pole there. It's totally unrelated. Then this is another practice field, and that has one LED pole and the rest are still HID. Slowly but surely they are converting a lot of this stuff to LED, but I think it's going to take the Parks Department a long time to do that. So I'm honestly not too concerned, but it's great to see these in operation. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool. It's well lit too. Yeah, it's brand new. I don't remember this last time I drove out here or drove by here. Yeah, there's a aged metal halide lamp there, a couple of them. These have probably always been metal halide, but these are older here, and so that's why they're mercury. Oh, there actually are a couple of mercs on this tower I didn't notice. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. So, yeah, I think it's worth a YouTube video. I know these don't seem to do as well, I've noticed, to a degree, as my other stuff. Oh, there's the switching for it actually right there. However, I think it's still worth documenting because, again, this is a really uncommon sight these days. There are a lot more of these fields in this area, or this city specifically, that have these. So it isn't super rare here, but everywhere else it is. So it's literally just this city. All the other surrounding areas don't really have. They have metal halide lamp stuff, like WideLites and whatnot, but none of them are mercury still, except these. And there's, I want to say I know of about 25 parks that still have Mercury Vapor baseball field lighting. Most of the tennis courts have converted over to metal halide, I've noticed. And that practice field is WideLites too, but they're all metal halide. They probably were mercury at first, I would imagine, but yeah, I can't believe that I finally caught these actually operating. They must have had a game earlier and they haven't shut them off yet. I think they have to have the parks guy do that, Parks Department dude. Looks like there's a burnt out, either bad ballast or a burnt out mercury lamp there. I do see that isn't working. I can't get onto the field. The gate is locked, or else I would be on the field. As you can see, that would be cooler to be on the field and make this a lot easier, but obviously it's locked, so this will have to do. And I am fine with that, honestly, because I just need to document this stuff. And I'm gonna make this video long simply because this is the only way my iPhone will actually let me get pictures of the bulbs, is by using the video function and taking pictures while filming. So apologize for that. You can skip over this if you'd like. But I don't know the next time these are going to be around, or how long they're going to be around, I should say. To be honest, their days are probably numbered. So, listen to that. And these poles are made by Union Metal, which is pretty common. They made almost nearly every old pole around here is a Union Metal pole. They didn't do a lot of other brands out here in this area. There's some parts that did. Yeah, so that looks like a lot of /C lamps to me. Unless they're just aged mercury lamps, which is always possible. But the reason I think they're still /C is because these aren't used enough for the bulbs to be worn out to the level of needing to be replaced. So it's very likely that a lot of these are /C. And the color is just so different than the others. Than the DX ones that are 100% confirmed to be DX. But that's what I'm thinking. They're the color corrected /C. I don't think they're /W. They don't look to be. But yeah, those are a lot more green tinge than these over here, for example, which are definitely 100% deluxe white with a zero question about it. This is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I am super, super happy that I caught these in operation. So yeah, I probably look like a total dork doofus walking around like this. I don't really care. But yeah, there is one /C lamp up there, I think. And a couple of metal halide. This one almost entirely is Mercury Vapor. Actually, so is that one. This one over here is nearly entirely Mercury Vapor. There's like only 2 metal halide lamps on it. Then that one is almost entirely metal halide. So every single pole actually has mercury on it, which is nice. I do quite like that. So let's try to see. Yep, there we go. Okay. Sorry about the focus. My phone is like, what the hell, man? There we go. So yeah, really cool stuff. There is one out on this pole too. And then over here is just a practice baseball field. And those are a little league field, whatever you want to call it. I guess technically both are, but yeah, I'd say this is more practice. At least when I was playing baseball, we would use stuff like this. It also could be a t-ball field because it's smaller too. The infield is. Yeah, these are all metal halide. Based on them, they look newer, so I think these actually have always been metal halide. And then the rest of them are just, these are the original lights to the park. And over there, those HPS lights are, there used to be 3 M1000s. Of course, 1000-watt Mercury. But they did replace those with, what's it called? 125s and HPS. So, you know, the usual. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this stuff. It's really cool. You don't see it, and you can obviously tell here which ones are metal halide because they have a more far further reach on the field than others. So yeah, cool stuff. You don't see this anymore. It's worth filming. Even if I look like a jackass, I don't give a shit. So, oh yeah, I guess that's the first time I've ever custom one of these videos. Oh well. So yeah, pretty cool. And it's a nice baseball field too. I actually quite like it. It's a lot better equipped than some of the ones I played on. Got your little announcer's box there and everything. So yeah, pretty cool. Hope you all enjoyed, and thank you again for watching. Till next time. Let me see if I can get back here and show the whole thing. There's my car. Lincoln Town car. Great vehicle. See how you kind of get the whole picture there. Pretty dope. Thank you again for watching.